Alright guys, we are here at Bells Park Landing Road, Camden, Alabama. First time here, really first time in Camden at all. There's some big deer up here. On the way here, I'm pretty sure I saw a deer with six-pack abs. These deer are stout. I'm going to be doing some fishing, primarily bass fishing. You can kind of see the line up there. Hoping to get on something with a top water, maybe the old frog. That's going to be the launch right there, kind of a steep launch going down. The water is low. I expected it to be low. It shouldn't be a problem. Nice place though. Plenty of parking. Nice little outhouse thing with a flusher on it over there. Let's hope there's some fish in here. Looks like if you hit the Alabama River, there's another lake up to the north just a little bit. Probably fish my way out, hit that lake, and maybe by the time it's all over, we'll have a few fish. All right, just got launched. It's muddy and steep. Kind of steep to get down there, and then once you got down to the water, it was muddy. Hey, is that a perch? Could be. Oh, it's a bass. Well, that's a sign, I reckon. There's fish present. It's a little deep. Hey, what is this? Little bitty perch. First little Camden perch. Definitely not 9 inches. Tells me there's some in here. So that creek that we launched in, it had a lot of shallow areas that had these, I don't know what kind of carp they were. There were signs at the launch about invasive carp, but every time you get near the bank, they would shoot off. And the fish I'm looking for, bass and crappie for the most part, they're going to spook probably with all those fish around. So I'm getting out here, going to head upstream and go to the lake that I can see on the map. It looks like it's not too far up here, just a little creek that leads to a big open lake area. And the creek kind of meanders back a long way. So let's hope that there's more fish back that way. Okay. He's going to be a 9, but that's a perch. Probably a solid 7.5. Let's put him back. This lake is similar to the creek that I just come from in that the banks are very shallow. No doubt there's fish out in the middle of the lake here, but it's hard for me to fish that. My plan is to run this creek back as far as it goes and see if there's any deeper water present. Ooh. Paddle right up on that joker. It's a tiny alligator right there. Right there in the mud. So we're going to make this shout out to my mom. She likes alligators. Shout out, Mom. So we've gotten out of the large lake portion of this little creek, and now we are kind of back in, I guess you'd call it the headwaters of the creek. It's starting to get narrow. It was shallow at first, but it's starting to deepen up a little. What is this? Swank, watch your mouth. Just had to come back here by the old alligator, I guess. Shoot. Old swank. We're keeping fish today, so he's gonna make the cut. Was another swank largemouth. That's our third bass. Oh! That was a bass. It was a hoss, son. Creek. Probably deep enough for perch. Seems like it should be, anyway. Again, it's a good bass. That is on that swank. Okay. Pretty good bass. Oh, snag though. A perch, maybe. I think it is. It's a perch. It's a perch. If I can get him in. Thought there had to be some perch in here. And that is a white crappie too. Man, something got a hold of his side. Tell you what, I think that something just bit at this fish. Probably a 10-inch white crappie. Maybe a good one. Yep, that's a good one right there. Yep. Yes, sir. Finally found us a few. I don't know how many of them are in there, but geez. If they're all like that, that'll be okay with me. Did take us a little while to find. I don't know if that's a crappie or not. If that's a crappie, he's pretty stout. What is that? What is that? Is it a catfish? It is. A good little cat. Shoot. Caught him on that shad fryz. Something to this little hole right here now. Goodness. Is that a perch? I don't know if that's a perch or not. Oh, it's another catfish. Gee, a whole other catfish right there now. It's the second catfish. Which I was kind of, I don't want to say I was struggling, but I was struggling a little. Found this little tree here. They loaded up on this little tree. It's another white perch. So that'll be my third white perch, 2 catfish, 4 bass. There's one. Little perch. Not a bad one. Ended up shaking this treetop a little bit while I was getting unsnagged, so I'm going to give it a break. I'll come to it in about 30 to 45 minutes. I'm going to go do a little bit of bass fishing with that Swank crankbait now. Here's our morning update. Started off very slow, very slow. Just had a couple crappie early in the morning and one little bass. I made my way in the back of this little back creek here. Not sure the name of it, but it's in the back of that one with the kind of the lake end, but went all the way in the back of the creek. And then I just started doing really well on the bass. And then I noticed even though the creek was kind of narrow, it had a lot of depth to it, and it was at least as deep as my paddle and the bends. So I said, well, in other creeks like this, closer to home, I've caught white perch, crappie, whenever I can find a treetop around a bend like that. And tried it, sure enough, now I think I have 4 or 5 white crappie. A couple of them are white crappie in the box. I'm gonna go back to that treetop and see if I can't catch 4 or 5 more. Usually spots like this will not have, you know, like 30 or 40, but if you can get 10, 12, it's a good day. So kept a few bass, kept some white perch, caught 2 catfish. I like the way it's going. Zman Shad Fryz and the Sense Swank are what's getting it done for me. I'm gonna keep fishing. It's only 11:46, I guess now. Wish me luck. Ah! He hit it again. It's on the swank. So I think we're looking at bass number 6. Ooh, it's a good one. It's a better one right there. Ooh. Okay. A little bit better one on the swank. All right. That'll be bass 7. Shoot. Okay. There he goes. A little perch. Okay, little perch. Took that Z-Man deep. Something got a hold of his fin. So as you can see here, I snagged up on my treetop again. Like I was able to get it out, but I shook the treetop a little. Pretty sure the fish are going to be scared, but I'm going to use this as an opportunity to do some really close fishing and some close jigging. Okay, another decent little guy. All right, so as you can see, I'm out of the water. It is about 15 until 4. Got about a 2-hour drive home. Hoping I can make it before dark. Caught a few white perch, 7 or 8 bass to keep, bunch of tiny brim, 3 catfish. All in all, I like Camden. The scenery is really nice. Seems like you're starting to get some elevation up this way. Whew, a little out of breath from dragging in that mud. But yeah, so caught the panfish on that Zman Shad Fryz that I love. Caught the bass, caught most of the bass on a Sense Swank. It's similar to a hybrid hunter. It's that L-shaped bill crankbait. But yeah, nice place. Hope to come back one day. If you are from this way, check it out. Just if you're in a boat, know if the river's low, you're gonna get muddy. Probably tough to get a trailer in there to get a boat out. But yeah, for a kayak, it's perfect. But fun times. Thank you for sticking with me. Do the like, subscribe thing. See you on the next one.